Everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I thought to just come up today and have a quick conversation. And we will be talking about you are not just a mom. Yes, I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on Instagram. Ignore my background. But listen to what I'm here to share. It's very important. We're talking about you are not just a mom. Listen, you are the highest, finest form of God's creation, made in His image. And you are worthy of love, of care, and of good health. I'm here to remind you about that. Yeah, you are beyond a mom. Growing up, I saw women basically give their whole self, look tattered and battered just because of their children. And you hear statements like, Ayo monimowa, meaning I'm living just for my children. I live only for my children. All I'm doing is just because of my children. They give all, I mean all, with nothing left for their children. Noble, yeah? Sounds noble, but it's a big, big problem. Big, big problem. And that's exactly why people get to the point where there's resentment or people even get into depression just because they are expecting an equal energy from their children when they become adults. Like, I give my all for you, you should also give your all for me in return. But these children are also figuring out their lives or basically raising their own children as well. And so they might not return the same energy and people get resentful. That's why you now start having mother-in-law issues. Moms get depressed because they feel like, I gave you my all, I'm absolutely nothing now, and you don't even care about me as much as I did for you back then. That's why I said it's a big, big problem. It's a treasure. It's a gift, don't get me wrong, a great opportunity. I love my children. Like, I will not trade them for anything. It's for God to even choose me to mother those two children. I'm not saying it would come without sacrifices. You would sacrifice, you'll have sleepless nights, especially when they're still babies. Even as they grow older, you want to go pray for them once in a while, right? In their rooms, in the middle of the night while they're sleeping, you want to go check on them and all of that. There are those sacrifices that you must give. But listen to these two critical points I want you to bear in mind. Number one, take out time to refuel and refresh. Take out time to refuel and refresh. I've said it like a million times. Self-care is not selfish. In fact, self-care is part of taking care of your family. Taking care of yourself is a part of you taking care of your family. So take out time to care for yourself. Don't just be all focused on the family because you cannot pour from an empty cup. That's why we get very touchy, angry, stressed, because we're trying to give what we don't have. Refuel, refresh, fill your cup from time to time so that you can give from your overflow. I'm talking to all of us here, including myself. We can get so carried away that for a second we won't even think of ourselves throughout the day. That's why I have two free guides for you in my bio. The first one is 7 days easy self-care for busy moms. And the other one is the Mom Guide to Consistent Healthy Living. These two guides will help you put self-care on auto run. Because remember, taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your family. So the first thing I really want you to remember, if you're taking anything away from this live, is take out time to refresh and refuel. It's part of caring for your family. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. It's best to give from your overflow. Your family, your people, they want you here for much longer. So if you don't maintain and refresh and nurture yourself, you won't be here for too long. It's not a curse. Whatever is not maintained would not last. So if you want to be here, being their moms, being your husband's wife, then take out time to refresh and refuel. Get the guides in my bio. There are things you can do at no cost at all. So it's all about the money. Don't give you that excuse. Number two that I want you to be in mind. Number one, take out time to refresh and refuel. Number two is find yourself. Find yourself. Don't make your children your only definition. There was a research I saw by the Journal of Family Psychology. It's a 2018 research, and it says that higher life satisfaction and less stress comes when you have a balanced sense of self. And a balanced sense of self is when you know your real self, who you really are. When they take away the appendage of mommy, Mrs., professor, doctor, nurse, whatever it is the appendages are, when they take those away, who are you? People get a higher level of satisfaction and are less stressed when they are able to view themselves from this balanced sense of self. So find yourself. And it takes self-reflection. Sit down and think about it. Without the strings attached, without the appendages, who am I? If my children should go somewhere for a year, for a few days, for a few weeks, will I be useless? Will I not be able to add any value to anything, to anyone? Who will I be? What will I be doing? What will my life look like? Reflect. What are the things that are important to me? If I wasn't just fully being a mom now, what are the things I will be doing? Find those things and then begin to engage in them. Okay? Begin to find your own hobbies. I hear moms say, I always watch cartoon with my children. It's good. But what are the things you like watching yourself? What are the things you enjoy doing yourself? Because you're a full human first before you are a mom. Find your own hobbies. When your children outgrow cartoons, what will happen then? Okay, you move on to what they like watching then, right? Okay, when they now eventually leave and go and start having their own lives, what happens to you? Have your own friends. It's good for your children to be your friends. Yes, friendship is a tool in parenting, like my parenting coach would say. But you must also, on your own, have your own friends, build your own circle, have your own community. That does not necessarily include your children. Have a meaning to your life beyond the children, because what happens when they go? Find your purpose, find you, find yourself. I don't know if you've heard about Ikigai. There's a link between purpose, living a purposeful life, and longevity. So if the purpose to your life is just timed to being a mom, yes, we know that you're a mom forever and ever because you never stop being a mom, but the demands reduce. How much you need to give to your children when they're toddlers is not how much you need to give to them when they become teenagers, or how much you need to give to them when they become adult children. So you need to have a purpose to your life beyond that. Because what then happens when they don't even really need much from you? Maybe just a word of advice once in a year. What then happens to you? There's a link between finding your purpose, living your purpose, and having a long life. Something that is not useful. Why will it still be here? So find that purpose that goes beyond you being a mom, that outlasts motherhood, that outlasts even you yourself. That's why we now begin to talk of legacy and the likes. So finding yourself would reduce the risk of you getting all kinds of chronic diseases. Yes, because you will be more engaged in making sure that you're healthy enough to achieve purpose. You'll be more active. Your mind is working. You're connecting with people. That's your social well-being, right? You're physically active, you're engaged, you're doing something, right? You're mentally active. So your health is being improved just in you finding and living your purpose. And so there's little opportunity for those chronic diseases to begin to set in. And then even beyond yourself, you're modeling to your children that there's more to you. You know, somebody was saying it that if you as a mom, you're not one of your child's role model, then there's a problem. That means you're living less than standard, less than potential, less than where you should be. Your children should you should be you as a mom should be one of the people that your children look up to, want to be like. But if you are just a mom and that's like there's nothing to you beyond that, they can't see you developing yourself, they can't see you reading stuff, all you are is just being a mom, being a mom and being a mom. Mm? I don't think they want to be like you. So it's also a challenge to your children. So the two things I'm leaving you with: number one, take out time to refuel and refresh, because taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your family. Number two, find yourself. It's in the self reflection. What are your values? What are your what are things that are important to you? I forget the words now. What are your values? What's your purpose? Find your purpose. Find yourself. What are your hobbies? What are your interests? What's your community like? Find your friends and connect with them. Find yourself. Okay? Find time to rest. Find yourself. Because you are not just a mom. You are more than just a mom. Realizing and finding yourself in this way, which is just your self worth, knowing who you are beyond the appendages, will help you stay long on the path to healthy living. There was a study that says that aligning your healthy habits with your values and identity helps you stay on track. So beyond the external pressure of I want to lose weight, I want to look fit, I want to wear size 8, that internal sense of self beyond the externals will keep you on track. So you're struggling with consistency in your healthy habits. If you do these two things I told you to do, you would stay longer. Because when you really know who you are and you align your habits to who you really are, then you would stay on track for as long as possible. And who you are is not just the mom. Who you are is not just Mrs. or mommy or doctor. You are the highest form of God's creation, made in his image, and there's a reason why you were made. So you need to find those things. Okay? My free materials in the bio would help you on this journey to concretizing your self-worth. So for self-care, 7 days easy guide, 7 days easy self-care for busy moms is there for you. And the mom guide to consistent healthy living is also there for you. So grab these two materials, use them. They're very easy to implement. They're both less than 10 pages, and you will be able to move further on your journey to being a healthier version of yourself. So I want us to say this affirmation together. Okay? I am not, I'm a mom, but I am not just a mom. Okay, let's start it again. I am a mom, but I am not just a mom. I'm the highest, finest form of God's creation, and I am worthy of love. I am worthy of care. I am worthy of great health. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me. I'm glad I'm just on 15 minutes, and I will see you next time. Bye.